Okay. How do you do this again? The day I'm filming this is the 15th of June, 2022. In exactly 24 hours, I will be graduating from university. And so for this video, I just wanted to share with you guys my final semester in university in 15 minutes. Or less, or however long this video takes. Honestly, I have no clue because again, it's been a while. You guys haven't seen me in a while, and I just kind of estimated 15 minutes because I felt like that sounded the best and looked the best in a title. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy. So for my final semester, first and foremost, everything was online again. All of my classes were online again, and my on-the-job training was online as well. Yeah, essentially my university journey, I spent 2 years on campus and I spent 2 years online, which I guess you could say I got the best of both worlds, but let's be honest, no one enjoys online classes unless you're like still in lower education, like not yet at university, so your classes are still kind of chill. But yeah, for me personally, and from all my friends, classmates, my sister who's still in school, and everybody else that I know that is still a student in university, we all prefer in-person, face-to-face classes. But yeah, during my final semester, everything was still online. So the quantity of all the activities and projects and everything like that were given to us students were once again 10 times more than what we would normally get if we had in-person, face-to-face classes, which was not fun to say the very least. This is officially my last first day of class. So I hosted 4 school events this past semester. Now the usual for me is hosting like 2, maybe 3 events per semester max, so 3 is maximum, but for whatever reason this past semester they made me host 4, so it's kind of like they tried to make the most of my last few months of being a student, if that makes sense. Alright, so it's 3 in the morning. The noise you're hearing is my AC, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. My event that I'm hosting is at 9 a.m. I would say 9 a.m. the next day, but it's in a few hours. So I'm still just finalizing my script because I want everything to be as close to perfect as it could get, because I'm like reading the script 80-90% of the time, so I need everything to be just right. And then maybe I showed a clip, maybe I didn't, but we just finished technical rehearsal and we had a meeting afterwards, meeting/catch-up session with my block mates, cluster mates, course mates. But yeah, technical rehearsal went pretty well. The catch-up was pretty fun, and now, like I said, I'm just finalizing my script for the event. There was even a time they assigned me to be the MC of an event without telling me first, without my prior consent, which was not great considering I don't enjoy hosting to begin with and I only do it because they asked me to. This is an actual screenshot of a message to me from one of my professors, which I won't name, obviously, but yeah, I'm just glad that's finally over. Glad I'm done with school, so now they can't tell me what to do. I had my graduation photos, aka senior photos, taken, which was fun. And the wardrobe and the makeup ladies kept calling me king because apparently I look like some king in some K-drama that they watch, but I would have no clue because I don't watch that stuff personally. But it was pretty funny. And yeah, I got my pictures taken. The photographer was really cool, but he also kept telling me, "Sir, smile daw sir, kanang dili mo gamay mong mata." And I was just like, all right, I feel attacked, but I'm trying my best. And following that, I also knew that I wanted to take a lot more pictures relating to graduation, especially with Yue. And so I made Yue her own little graduation cap. Oh. And this next part of my semester is something I don't really want to talk about, but I also know I have to because this was like a big chunk of this semester, or at least it felt like it to me when I was experiencing everything in real time. Anyway, here's a clip of me sending in my application for graduation. So as you can see, successfully submitted with, oh, focus please, with a smiley face, which I don't know how to feel about that. Here is my active application. Graduate in the second semester of the academic year 2021-2022, the 13th of March 2022, and it is 10:09 p.m. or I submitted at 10:09 p.m. so, which would then have to be approved by 3 levels: the department evaluator, the department chairman, and the dean. And so yeah, I sent in my application, and a couple weeks later I received this email regarding my application. My application was disapproved. Hey, what's going on, you guys? So it is March 27th, and this is just another one of my updates. Last update you guys probably saw was me sending in my graduation application. This is another update, one that I'm not very excited about, and it's definitely, I don't know, it's hard to talk about because I honestly don't know if I'm gonna be able to graduate. A couple days ago, I received an email. Apparently, I had some documents missing and that I needed to submit more documents from my old school. And I was like, why? I'm literally a senior that's about to graduate. Why couldn't have they just asked for those documents? I don't know where I'm going with this, but point is, I'm not happy. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to graduate. So hopefully, you know, I get everything sorted out with that. The reason why I'm whispering, by the way, is my dad's having a meeting with people from the States and people from India. I just thought I'd update you guys about that. Hopefully, next update you guys get will be a good one. And hopefully there will be no bad updates from here. So thankfully everything got sorted out. It might have taken about a month, but my previous school sent in my necessary documents and forms to my university, and so all of that got fixed. And so I eventually got to reapply for graduation, and this time my application was approved. Thank God. And also thanks to my mom, because she was the real MVP who got all my documents and forms sorted out in order to be submitted to the university and whatnot. And so yeah, that was probably my biggest hurdle in my road to graduation, but I'm glad that's finally over. So from there, the weeks just slowly continued to go by, and next thing I knew was I reached my last ever week of school. This is potentially my final synchronous class ever. I say potentially because next week we still might have synchronous classes, I'm not sure, but filming this just in case. Regardless, this is either going to be my final synchronous class or second to final synchronous class. Yeah. Alright, time for another one of these updates. Today is Sunday, the 29th of May, and that marks officially the end of my final week in university, ever. Literally just this morning I had to submit one last thing, and hopefully after that there's no more surprise things that I need to submit. But as far as I'm concerned, I've submitted everything that I need to, and I should be good. Other than that, the only thing I have going on right now is graduation clearance, which I've been cleared by my department, the library, and the counseling and guidance department so far. Other than that, I'm still waiting on the clearance from all the other offices and departments, so hopefully that gets cleared very soon. And in like a week or less than a week, I'm going to the university to pick up my toga and or academic attire, whatever you want to call it. The thing I'm wearing to the actual graduation ceremony, picking that up from school. That's my toga, academic attire, cap and gown. Yeah. And so, yeah, that said, my graduation, thankfully, is going to be in person, face to face, as opposed to the online graduation ceremony, which my university has been having for the past couple graduations, obviously because of COVID and all of that. But I'm really happy that we do get our face to face graduation for my batch, because we wanted this real bad, and so I'm really glad that we're getting it. Although obviously it's going to be a lot different because we're going to be as socially distanced as we could possibly be, wearing masks and all that, but I don't care. Honestly, it's a lot better than an online graduation ceremony, frankly. So I'm glad that we have this. But yeah, I'm gonna pick up my academic attire in my university in like a week. Then the day came when I picked up my cap and gown. Came graduation rehearsal day, which was yesterday for me as I filmed this video. Graduation rehearsal wasn't really that eventful. We just stood up a bunch and sat down a bunch, and that was pretty much it. But I got to see my classmates again for the first time in a really long time, so that was pretty cool.
Please be seated. Graduates, may I remind the audience that applause for individual graduates is not allowed. It's not allowed. Okay. It should be reserved at an appropriate time upon.
That was my final semester. And those 5 long months of my final semester all led up to this moment right here.